Hi everyone, I'm here to show you the final piece that I came up with for the Remember When March Mixed Media Crop that is happening on March 11th, which is next Saturday. And so I had shown you in an earlier video what I had gotten, and basically I was going to alter this graphic 45 box. So it closes up, it opens up, and then it has a little mini album to put inside. So it's a Kraft altered art box, measures by 4 1/4 by 8 1/8 by 2 1/8, and a 4-panel accordion fold Kraft album. So I had also shown that I had gotten like 3 or 4 different paper lines or designs from the Steampunk collection, and I just want to show you I only could use what I got, which was those lines I told you, this punch out pieces, and I was able to use anything that's in the Remember When class kit, standard class kit, which is like glossy accents, crackle accents, any brown inks, stuff like that. And then I could use the die cuts in the die cut center at Remember When, and if I used any other dies or anything else, I had to provide it, which I did. I did some die cuts, so I die cutted out stuff for all 64 people. But this is all I had left. I did pretty good on making sure that I used up as much as I possibly could. And so let me show you what I did. Okay, so this is the front of the box, and I used Mod Podge to get the paper onto the box. And what I did is I actually crumpled up the paper, and I then Mod Podged it down. So it gives it kind of like a very vintagey distressed look. And so I used one paper on the front and then another paper on the back. And then on the side I used another on the sides. So up here is I fussy cutted out some flowers from one of the paper lines or papers that I got. And then I used my Tim Holtz, these are the mini gears, the movers and shakers mini gears, and then these are part of the punch out. In here what I did is I actually covered the entire front, and then I flipped it over and I cut out the squares to get the holes. And then let's see, what else did I do here? So here's some more. These are the regular Tim Holtz gears, and I crackle painted them, and they're with peeled paint, and they're going to get the peeled paint in their kit that they get, and they also are going to get these little flowers, these mulberry white flowers, which I just took my brown walnut stain. I took walnut stain and I just daubed on the tops just to get the edges, and then I die cut it out a mini dress form from the Mover and Shakers Tim Holtz, and I Mod Podged on some design paper. I crumpled it up before putting it on there, and then I fussy cutted out more flowers, and then these two I glossy accent the fussy cutted flowers. And then I punched holes here and here and used some brown seam binding. I actually kind of made a tiny, down here is another gear with a flower mistake where I punched the holes in the wrong spot, so I actually covered it up with a punch out piece popped up on the side. So that is the front. And then, so these squares though, I didn't Mod Podge them. I wanted it to have a different look. So I'm gonna open this up. I have to reposition myself. Okay, so I'm gonna open this up, and there's the inside with the two rectangles, and it's on the design paper with the gears, lots of gears. That's all I did, because closing it, after Mod Podging everything on it, closing it was kind of hard, so that's why I added the seam binding. So then it opens up, and I have to show you in sections because it's kind of long. Sorry guys, I have to reposition myself so I can see what I'm talking about here. Okay, so this section, so all of it, I Mod Podged all of the box, and since I got 2 of each design paper, I put this girl, I cut her out and I tore the edges, and I put her on each side. So that's all I did, is crumpled paper and Mod Podged it down. I also took like my distress stain or walnut stain or my inks, and I just ran it over the edges and everything before I actually put the Mod Podge down. So I crackle painted both sides of the gears so that on this side it shows up, you can see it, that crackle paint instead of just plain black, which is what the paper I did. I die cutted the gears out of. So then this is the little mini accordion album that comes out, but on the sides, like as you saw, earlier I Mod Podged the sides, the top and the side, and then inside I just used distress ink just to give it a different color, and the Kraft box actually takes really well to the inks. And then I took from the design paper, I just cut that out and I distressed the edges, and then I just glued that down. So that's the inside. So this is the mini album, and this is the cover. Let's see. Here's the cover. And so I just did many different things to it. Since the craft paper, it's brown, I didn't really cover it from edge to edge. What I did is I just took my distress stains or my distress inks, and I colored it to just make it a little bit darker. And then I took the design paper, I crumpled it up and made it all distress looked. And so then I took one of the punch outs and I popped it up, put one of the flowers here. I fussy cutted out some of the butterflies from the punch outs, and I just have them flying up. And then I took the negative of the mini dress form, and I distress inked it and Mod Podged it, and then I crackle painted inside of it. And then I just layered some of the punch outs. And then this is the On the Edge Gears by Tim Holtz die, and I just brushed on some paint, and then I fussy cutted out a flower there, and all I did is crinkled it. That's all I did there. And then page 1. So all the pictures in here are actually from CHA with all the girls that were on Carla's design team. So this page is Carla and I. And so I just did some on this page edges. I just used the crackle paint as a paint for the base. Why isn't it? I can't get it to focus here. Huh. There we go. So I just used the edges. Just crackle painted the edges. And then I Mod Podged down some design paper, tore it on the edges, distress inked it, more fussy cutted butterflies, and another white flower. And then there's a picture of Carla and I. This was taken at an angle, and so I decided to angle the picture. It's a really nice picture of Carla and I, and then there's some more fussy cutted flowers, and then one of the punch outs I just popped up. And then this page is, I created a pocket. I also I created a pocket and then I crackle painted the background here. And then I used a border punch. I think it was Fiskars border punch on here and at the top. And then I just used one of the cutouts from the design paper. And then there's, this is Bona and I. She's Live, Love, Scrap on YouTube. And then I just matted it on this paper here. It just goes in here. And then the next page is with Joe, who's paper drama on YouTube. So that's what the page looks like. And up closer, I Mod Podged down the design paper and I kind of tore it and made it come up and put a little die cut out there. These flowers I made it using ovals. An oval punch, and I just made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I just kind of rearranged them and then did this as a punch and then put one of the mulberry flowers above it. The same thing here, and then on the edges I just used the crackle paint, and then I popped up one of the punch out pieces. So that's Joe and I. This page is Cindy, who's Cynthia Luhu on YouTube, and here I just used distress ink on the background, and then I used this as like a background paper or to go on top, and I made a pocket, and so I just stuck a bunch of the little tags that come in the punch outs, and then I punched out some gears. These are from the mover and shakers. And then I popped this up, and I popped this up. So that's that page. And then it flips over to Lee Moore, who is Lee Moore 1278 on YouTube. And so here what I did is I just distressed the edges of the paper, the background paper, and I inked it and put it down. This was one of the pieces, like square pieces on the design paper, and what I did is I just cut out the border, off the border, and then I used the border on the side here of the picture of Lee Moore and I fussy cut it out and popped up a flower, and then again here, I'm probably going to crackle accent some of these flowers. I just wanted to do my video before I did that, so that it could dry. Okay, so then this is Rena, who is Scrapstress on YouTube, and here I used that border from this page on the side here of Rena and I, and then I just kind of layered design paper. I made the picture to be a pocket, and that's just layered underneath. And so the tags go back in. So it's Rena and I. Down here I just used one of the tag punch outs and I just layered. I may crackle accent that as well. And then some more of the mulberry flowers. Then here is, this is the last page. And it's of Arlene and I, who is My Butterfly Kisses 12 on YouTube. So there's design paper in the background. I layered some of the tags with the flower, mulberry flower on the top. These are the Tattered Florals, Tim Holtz Tattered Florals, and I crackle painted them. And then I just layered using the punch outs and then a mulberry flower. So that is my design for the crop, and this is my first solo crop project, which I'm kind of excited about because it was mixed media and I love doing that, and I was very limited at what I could use, but I stuck to it, and whatever I didn't come in the package I am supplying to Remember When, so I did die cut all that out and kitted it up. So that's coming, that this gets distributed next Saturday to the crop, and I'm also hosting the crop, so that should be fun. So until next time, I hope everyone's being creative, and talk to you guys soon. Stay tuned for pictures. Bye.